Trojan family, Trojan gang. Fight on forever is in our building. And today we finna talk about Coach Lynn talking about his coaching future, head coaching gig coming up sooner or later. We don't know, right? What's this Lynn is thinking about? Well, he was asked that question about the future, and I want y'all to take a listen to what he said. And then we finna come back in a minute. But listen to Coach Lynn talking about the future when it comes to his coaching and his coaching positions.
When you think big picture, would you ever have aspirations to be a head coach one day?
Down the road, right now I have a lot in front of me, and I have a lot for me just to grow as a coach. College and NFL are a lot different. In the NFL, you're just coaching football, that's it. In college, you wear a lot of different hats. So I'm fortunate enough that I get to learn from a head coach like Coach Riley right now.
Do you like one better, NFL or college? A little bit of both?
Pros and cons of both. The one thing I love about college is just coaching the kids. Like, I've had more fun in coaching this age range than I've ever had.
I want to know how y'all feel about that. Do that make y'all feel better? Or do it make you feel worse? Or do it make you feel the same? Right? He said down the road. Now, is down the road a season from now, 2 or 3? What y'all think, man? Most people tend to think 3 years max. Or some people think 3 years minimum, like 5 years max. It all depends on the success and how the success feel, right? How content is he at this point in his career, right? Is it about, can I get to head coaching status as quickly as possible? Or is it, I'm going to get there when I feel like I'm ready as a coach, right? Now, if he trying to get a head coaching gig as quick as possible, then he gonna be gonna determine the success. So if we a playoff team and we win a game and our defense looks stout, right? He guaranteed to get a head coaching offer in college. Now, is it a blue blood? Who knows? A lot of the blue bloods is tied in right now, except Mike Norvell. Florida State, right? Florida State look like they might want a head coach, right? Then he'll take that route if he's trying to leave as fast as he can, right? Or if he really mean it, like he see that down the road, he content with being in DC right now, and we good. So I can't read nobody's mind, but I guess it's gonna be how much fun this ride is. Cause let's be honest, like you gonna want to stay. You tend gonna stay if you happy. Like if he truly happy at USC, he been in LA a couple of years. So he probably like LA. His family been in LA. I think he got a wife. So it's like he been in LA a couple of years. You get used, you probably don't want to move around. Like he probably would want to stay in LA and being the DC at USC. If he content with being a DC at USC, then I don't see him going no other place to be a DC. Now, the head coach thing, that might could lure him, but it sounds like he probably, it's hard to say somebody wouldn't want a head coaching job and he wouldn't take that challenge, but it don't seem like he's going to be an easy poach. Like, it seemed like we would have a chance. Like, some positions, some people, it's like, okay, it ain't no chance in hell. They get that offer, they finna jump in that position. But he is a young coach, right? At UCLA, that was his first time being a defensive coordinator. Remember, people were saying, like, oh, it was just one season. Could this be a fluke with Lynn? So this kind of a proven season with Lynn as well, as far as when it comes for people looking for him for head coaching jobs. How many great defensive coordinators there is that took a little bit to get a head coaching job, right? I know Brent Venables, he stayed at Clemson for a minute. They had to pay him extra, but he was a hot DC for a while. Soon as you be a hot DC, don't necessarily mean that you're going to get a head coaching gig. Like Jim Leonard, a hot DC. He was a hot DC. Now he an analyst at Illinois. He ain't got a head coaching job yet. So maybe in his coaching ranks, it probably more proven guys than Lynn, and he might not be number one on each and everybody's list. Let's hope that. Let's hope that the rest of the college football world and the NFL world feel like, okay, do that for a couple more seasons. You've been a great D coordinator for 2 seasons, but you probably ain't ready to run a whole program or be the head coach at the NFL. Now, will he leave for the NFL for a DC position? I think that's what we would have to worry more about. That's what we would have to worry more about is him going to the NFL for a DC position. I feel like these I fear college positions less than NFL positions. I know his dad is in the NFL and he got an NFL type system, but he said he like coaching young kids as well. But I feel like for some reason, Lynn is an NFL guy. Right, so do he feel like the path to the NFL will be straight from jumping to USC after 1 season to be DC, or do he feel like he stay in the college ranks, get a head coaching job in the college ranks, then go to the NFL with a head coaching job or a DC spot? I don't know. We don't know, but y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm really 50 on this one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I don't know how to feel. I don't feel bad about what he said. I feel a little better. I just feel like, I don't feel like that it's impossible that he leave after 1 season, but I feel like it's going to have to be a sweet offer, a sweet position, right? If Penn State just signed James Franklin to a contract, I would have feared that situation if Penn State wasn't invested in James Franklin, head coaching job at his alma mater, Penn State. The odds would be against us with that. But random college jobs and I know he ain't gonna make a unilateral move, go DC for somewhere else. So it's either head coach in college, head coach in the NFL. When I'm looking at the college landscape, I really only fear Penn State, but they locked in James Franklin, and then you got Florida State and Florida that might need coaches, right? So would he rather be DC at USC for top dollar, right? Or be head coach at Florida or Florida State? Now, them is some tough universities. Florida, recruiting ground fertile. You could build a program. The right coach will have Florida and Florida State balling, right? So if Florida and Florida State can't call it, I think it'll be a money thing versus his desire to be a head coach. Is he willing to wait? So I don't know. So let's cross our fingers. I'm hoping. I'm just on my knees begging the football guys at least 3 years of this guy, right? At least 3 years of this guy. So what y'all think, man? Talk Carter, like, tell me what y'all think, man. I want to get a poll from the Trojan Nation. I want to know what y'all think about these comments he made. Do it make you feel better, worse, or the same? But until then, it's Carter Sports, it's Trojan City, it's SC. So let's go.